I smell good.
I don't.
Can't say that for him. Oh, hey guys. Welcome to episode number 2 of Nerding Out with me, the Roadie. Today I have a very special guest. His name is Gio.
Hi everybody. Hi internet.
He plays in a band or so, but we're not going to get into that. We're going to get into Nerding Out with Gio. Gio, tell me, how's your day going?
It's going swell. And I was going to say, speaking of number 2, because this is episode number 2.
Yes.
I just dropped a huge deuce before we started the show, so it kind of stinks in here a little bit. So you're welcome.
That's what I have to deal with for the next 45 minutes.
Yeah. It's just slowly eeping out of the bathroom door crack right behind me here. So
is that ketchup in a?
I had pizza. I had pizza earlier at the food court in the mall.
Now those tuxedos seem kind of fucked up. Anywho, what do you like to nerd out on, brother? I see you brought some stuff.
Yeah, plenty of things I like to nerd out on, if you will. But one of the main things that I like to nerd out on is not only wrestling itself, but action figures of wrestling. As you see, I have my limited edition NWO version of Scott Hall here. And I was with you on the day that you bought.
I brought my Jericho.
Yeah.
Because he's the GOAT. And I knew that this is what you were going to talk about. So I was like, I'm going to bring a little. And you brought stuff. And I
was going to ask you to bring that. And I was like, you know what? I probably don't even have to ask him.
No, you don't.
And you brought more. You brought one half of your title, your championship title, and your WWE Universal title that I have yet to win back.
It's because you can't.
That's all right. 2K is coming soon. 2K20 is coming soon. But anyways, that's pretty much what I wanted to pick today was wrestling action figures, because I spent a lot of my childhood collecting them, collecting all of the little artifacts, the tables, ladders, and chairs, if you will.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I lost them all. I didn't lose them all. I gave them all away to when I got older. There was this other little kid that was my friend's little brother or something like that.
You hit that age where you're like, oh, action figures aren't cool anymore.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go do something else.
You're interested in girls. And,
so
partying.
You gave your toy, your action figures away.
Yeah, and I felt at the time like it was a good cause, because it was this kid that was super into wrestling.
Oh, and I'm sure he used the crap out of it.
Oh, yeah, he freaked out when he saw how much I had, and I was like, this is all yours now, and he was like, ah! Yeah. But so I didn't have the opportunity to nerd out on them as much, even though I would slowly walk past the aisle in Walmart
every time,
and kind of look to see who they had in stock. Ryback? Why Ryback? But so I gosh, how long ago now? I want to say 7 years almost.
Real quick,
that I've been with Veronica.
Real quick side note before you continue on the story. Speaking of like going through the aisles and like peeking your head through, and I do that shit still to this day.
Oh yeah.
But I have a 10-year-old son, so like I use that as an excuse. Oh, I'm just looking for him, like your toys, your stuff, blah. Yeah, no, I seen a Samoa Joe action figure.
Ooh.
But he had the Universal title with him.
What?
Yeah.
He's never even won it.
Never won it.
He's been in the picture for it.
Maybe that was like a slip, and it's like, oh, that's cool.
Now we know what's happening.
Samoa Joe's gonna win that Universal championship.
But no, speaking of you using your child, that's where I was pretty much going with it. Is I met Veronica about, I want to say 6-7 years ago. And
I should probably remember those things, brother. Especially
it's been a long time, But she had a baby boy, or she has a baby, or had at the time a baby boy named Silas. He's my stepson.
He's not much of a baby anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a baby.
He's a big old baby. No, he's 8 now, but it was a good way to kind of get back into it, because I would watch a little bit of wrestling here and there, and he would be like, oh, who's that? And who's that? And, when he got a little older. And that was my opportunity to be like, all right, I'm going to see how far he takes this. I'm going to give him the ropes, literally. So I went to Walmart for his birthday one year, and I got this ring, and I bought, a handful of action figures that they had at the time. I, might have spent $30 on a Stone Cold Steve Austin action figure that was very limited edition. And
can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah! All right.
But so long story long, that was my way of basically getting back into collecting again, because I told him, hey, these are yours. You can play with them. Just be nice to them. Don't destroy them, because one day they're going to be mine again when you get bored of them. So you want to get into it? You want to?
Yeah. Let's go grab the shovel and start digging.
All right.
So wrestling. Favorite wrestler, favorite wrestling figure. Let's just, I got a plethora of questions just to ask you. So we're just gonna let's just get into it.
Okay.
Favorite wrestler.
It's actually a tie.
Ooh, between who?
Jeff Hardy and Sting.
Oh, that's that's really good. Why?
Always been my favorites.
What stands out between Jeff Hardy and like all the rest?
Jeff Hardy was just didn't give a shit. He would put his body on the line just to basically help him and his brother, or him just in singles matches, win the match. The cool attire, the crazy hair helped a lot, because punk rocker, little pre-punk rocker, didn't quite know how punk I was yet. Was kind of more into like the edgier side of things like that, the way that he dressed and the way that he colored his hair and stuff like that. Did the whole guns to the head thing, and he always captivated me. Sting, from day one, literally from the first day I ever watched wrestling, has been my all-time favorite as well, because I was a WCW guy as a kid. I watched WCW first. Basically, I was the kid that thought Stone Cold was ripping off Goldberg. Had no idea it was the other way.
Get out of here!
Yeah. Hey, but honestly, Sting, it was the Crow gimmick that when he came back with the black and white face paint and versus the NWO right there was like, I think I was like 6-7 years old when I watched it, and it just sucked me right into wrestling. I watched WWF at the time, maybe a couple weeks later. A couple weeks later, and instantly got into that too, because I saw a man called Kane wrestling, and that was the same night that The Undertaker tried to sacrifice Stephanie McMahon, and then Stone Cold came out and saved her. So I was like, wow, this guy is badass. He's not copying Goldberg at all. Like, he's way cooler than Goldberg. So, that was my origins.
That's weird though, because I grew up watching. I started with the WWF,
right,
back when it was a thing, back before Kane was even Kane. I think because my dad, back when I knew the guy, he was a
who?
Yeah,
who?
If I'm correct, was it Kane or Taker who was first gimmick was like a dentist?
That was Kane.
It was Kane.
It was Dr. Isaac Yankem.
Yeah. Oh, that was back in the day.
That was before my time, but yeah. Thanks to the network, we know what all of this is now. So.
Exactly. But no, back in early 90s, I think my first wrestling match I could recall was probably 96. I want to say I was 6 years old.
That's a good time.
That was a great.
It's like the dawn of the Attitude Era.
Oh yeah.
And that NWO.
So going on from Sting and Jeff Hardy being your favorite wrestlers, do you have a favorite face or a favorite heel? And me saying favorite face or heel, for those watching that don't know, a face is a good guy and a heel is a bad guy.
Bit of nerd terminology for you, wrestling nerd terminology. Face is your good guy, heel is your antagonist. So I want to say, in my mind, and my experiences as a wrestling fan, I want to say probably John Cena is the greatest face of all time.
I'm not even mad at that decision either, because John Cena, I want to say 10 years ago, he was the face of WWE.
Yeah.
You could ask anyone that doesn't even know.
5 years ago, 4 years ago, he was.
You could ask anyone that's never even seen a wrestling match. Like, can you name me 3 wrestlers? John Cena, The Rock, and
Hulk Hogan. Or Stone Cold.
Yeah.
No,
So,
I completely agree.
See that.
It's easy for him to be that kind of kid's, hero and stuff like that because he's John freaking Cena. He looks like Superman. So,
but I prefer John Cena as a heel.
I think most real wrestling fans when they get
Thug Cena, dude.
Yeah,
he was Thugonomics,
the Doctor of Thugonomics, man.
He came out WrestleMania.
Yeah. WrestleMania 35, he came out as the Doctor of Thugonomics.
40-year-old.
Yeah, trying to look like Vanilla Ice.
Oh,
so
but okay. So favorite heel.
Ooh,
I know this is a hard one because there's
that
so
is
many
a really
out there.
hard one because it's tied between I want to say Rowdy Piper.
Can't go wrong.
Ric Flair.
16-time.
And then you got somebody that I think should be in the conversation, like Edge.
Okay. No. Okay. Rated R superstar.
Even though he had weird little face turns every now and then, he was always, to me, a better heel.
Oh, he was always a better heel, but I wouldn't put him in the category as the best heel. Because he did go back
one of my
and
favorite
forth.
heels.
Okay.
If that's what the question is. The best heel ever, I mean, you'd immediately have to go with somebody like Rowdy Piper or
Vince McMahon.
Vince. Yeah, Vince.
He's the biggest heel.
Yeah,
of
real
them all.
life heel, real shoot heel. No, I don't know, man. I would have to say probably Rowdy.
It's not a bad choice, and I concur with you on that. He was a great heel back in the day. No longer to this day, but
yeah,
he holds that title very well. So getting into wrestling, favorite wrestling match.
Oof. Okay, so my favorite wrestling card in its entirety from first match to last match.
Yes, let's hear him.
That would be because that's different from my favorite match.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about 2 fighters in a ring, bop, that kind of match. I'm not talking about a style of wrestling match like a TLC or tables.
Okay,
I'm talking about
so can a tag team count?
Oh yeah, any kind of match.
Okay.
It could be female, it could be male, it could be midgets, it could be whatever.
Okay,
may be the cost.
Now I'm gonna say this, but I don't want to hear any backlash.
I can't make any
because
promises.
I've had years and years and years and years of watching wrestling.
Okay.
And I will say the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers at Double or Nothing.
Oh, okay. No. I'm not even mad at that.
That was the greatest wrestling match from bell to bell that I've ever witnessed in my entire life.
Well, before because we're gonna definitely talk about the AEW matches because since they've been putting on pay-per-views, it's been just blown it out of the water.
Yeah.
But before I get into that, I want to make just a little comment, and I want to see what you think about this. Is it me, or does the Young Bucks look like young Jeff and Matt?
Oh, yeah, Young Hardys.
Yeah. Back when, in the indie days for the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, or when they first debuted in WWE and they were the jobbers.
Yeah. So, because I see them, I'm like, oh, they look very familiar. And then I was just scrolling through Instagram the other day, and it was early Hardy Boys, and I was like, there it is, boom. But anyways, no, that was a great match. It really was.
Yes.
You can't go wrong with.
It doesn't help that I was there, but I guess it does help.
I mean, you could be where I was at, which was on my couch watching on television. And you would still say that was a great match.
Well, actually, it'd probably be better because you got multiple views
angles,
and
the commentary,
angles, and
Oh yeah. So. Okay, so now we got your favorite match being the Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers.
Can I say real quick, a close second would be John Cena versus AJ Styles at SummerSlam 2016.
So I was going to ask you the second one. John Cena and AJ Styles.
Yep. SummerSlam 2016, they put on a fucking clinic. Excuse my language there, little boys and little girls, but
it's fine. I say fuck every now and then.
I know you're trying to keep this a little.
I'm trying to keep
friendly,
it.
But anyways, hey, Cheers, bro. So anyways, yes, they put on a great match. It was really cool to see that John Cena still had that kind of wrestling in him, which I always knew he did. I'm not a huge John Cena mark, but I respect the hell out of the guy when I know there's a lot of people that boo him and say he sucks and all this. Got tired of him, but
you could say that all you want, but he went in and week out, and he wrestled his heart out and gave all to that company.
Yeah. Well, I missed a good chunk of his like main career too. Like I stopped watching wrestling like right after his feud with Edge with like the WWE Championship, and like he was still kind of like on his way to becoming a big ass star, but wasn't the top guy yet. Yeah. And then when I came back, it was like John Cena runs this place, you know. So it was like, oh, okay, like, and I was like a fan of Cena's before I stopped watching. So I was like, cool, my guy is like freaking top dog, you know. And I never really lost that with him. I don't think that he buries people or takes their TV time, you know. Maybe when he was the main attraction, he was, you know, a lot of people were wanting to see other people, but that wasn't his fault. He was just the guy
doing his job.
Yeah, that could bring the product to where it needed to be.
Exactly. Like, and that's, you know, John Cena, I enjoy every time he wrestles. I mean, you know his only 5 moves that he has and when he's going to do them, yes.
Yeah.
But all in all, he's a great wrestler through and through.
Yeah. Yep, he's a great seller. He's a great storyteller. He's good all around. He's one of those franchise players.
And that's why he is where he's at to this day. Mm-hmm. And I respect him for it.
He's on his way to being a movie star like The Rock, you know? So
bite your tongue. The Rock is a one of a kind.
I didn't say he's going to be The Rock. I just said like The Rock. He's going
to be like a pebble.
The pebble?
Yeah, he's going to be the pebble. Because The Rock is my spirit animal. And that guy is one of the hardest working guys I've ever seen. He does 24 hours in a day, and he makes it last 26. I don't know how, but it's there. So tell me about your action figure here, the one that you brought.
So this is Scott Hall.
Hey, yo.
He was actually a gift from my mother. She brought a bunch of stuff over for the kids, and she's like, here, I got you this, and kind of laughed like she knew I would take it, even though I'm almost 30 years old. And I
am 30, and look what I got.
I'm like, all right, it's got the cinder block in there already, like ready to crack. You can change out his hands so he can do like the Scott Hall walk down the ramp, you know, woo. I guess he doesn't woo like Ric Flair. I don't know why I did that, but just for visual or audio effect. It's got the picture on the back is he was actually drunk during this picture. You see his beer
was
belly.
Always drunk though.
Yeah, and he was actually wasted right here, and not wasted maybe because he doesn't look too blurry-eyed, but he's got his beer gut sticking out, and this is representing the NWO. Scott Hall sought to humiliate Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 18. Too sweet.
But what happened that match? Because I know you watched it. Because I know I watched it.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
It didn't happen at all.
Austin
said, "That's the bottom line."
Yeah, Austin got the better of that match there. I brought some more toys.
Let's get into it, shall we?
All right.
So
this is where we're gonna get real here. We're gonna do a Royal Rumble, if you will.
Oh, snaps!
All right. So this here. Who's this going to be?
I don't know. You tell me. I'm just going to comment. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my. It is. It's him.
Is it?
It's the one, the only. John Cena. You can't see me. Ladies and gentlemen, the following match is a Royal Rumble. Introducing first, hailing from West Newbury, Massachusetts, John Cena!
All right.
Good old John Cena, eh?
Oh, my God!
Is it time to play the game? What's he wearing?
He's got Jeff Hardy's shirt on. Just get that out.
Where's he at? He's finding his sledgehammer. That's what he's doing.
He's no selling it.
He's no selling this entrance.
You know, fuck it. He's a Jeff Hardy fan.
Introducing next, hailing from Greenwich, Connecticut, he is the Game Triple H.
All right. He's going to do his signature pose up here. He actually came with a sledgehammer and a water bottle, but you know I wasn't digging through a toy bin to find those tiny-ass little things there.
Oh, we got Triple H and John Cena. This Rumble is already looking really, really great. Who's up next?
What is this? Oh.
Oh, it's the Legend Killer himself.
What? And next, from St. Louis, Missouri, he is the Viper,
Apex Predator.
Randy Orton. Check this out, guys.
I am the Apex Predator.
What happened?
Oh, it's Kobe stuck on the wire.
God damn it, Kobe. So, yeah, we got the Apex Predator, the Viper, Randy Orton.
This is a handful. Oh, it is. It's the Beast in
Introducing next,
This is why we can't have nice things.
from St. Paul, Minnesota, the Beast Incarnate,
Hold on.
Brock Lesnar.
And then he does his little jump up. Here, let me...
Dude, he hasn't did a jump up in like 12 years.
He did the jump up the other night. Just
He can
into
still-
the ring without even it being his entrance.
He can still do that? I'm surprised. Was his face like super red?
Yeah.
His face was
Oh,
super
yeah.
red.
You know it was.
Right.
Let's see.
Good old Brock.
Making his way to the ring from Hollywood, California.
No, that's Roman Reigns.
Same place.
He is the People's Champion, The Rock.
The eyebrow lift.
It's also Wonder Boy's favorite wrestler. I know that.
He is my favorite
I
wrestler.
know that.
I'm actually wearing a shirt of him right now.
Yep.
This smells.
You're wearing a shirt of The Rock wearing a fabulous shirt.
It is too.
All right.
You just can't go wrong with The Rock. He has the best. He had the best mic skills. Not the best, probably the best. And he got down in the ring. Celtic Warrior.
I think this might be his old song.
It is.
This is way old.
Whatever, he's coming out solo and he has a bro kick.
Where is he from? Ireland.
Something Ireland.
Something Ireland.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Just mumble.
on his way to the ring
Just mumble.
from Ireland, the Great White, Sheamus.
All right. Are you keeping count? That's 6?
Yeah, it's 6.
Men?
Where are we going, to 10?
I don't know. Let's see. We know that music, ladies and gentlemen.
Is the one, the only.
Pre-Fiend,
Eater of Worlds!
the one, the only, Bray.
Wyatt.
Get your fireflies out ready. Out and ready.
That. Words. They're just words.
Yeah, if you say them fast enough, they all sound the same. All right. Let's see. So far we have in this Rumble Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, John Cena, Triple H, The Rock, Sheamus, and Bray Wyatt. But wait, there's more.
What? This can't be. Oh my God, he's back. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, from Chicago, Illinois, the best in the world, CM Punk. Back with his old Killswitch Engage theme song. As we know, he switched his music to
I'm a Barbie
Personality.
girl.
Cult of Personality
I like them better when you had the kill switch.
by In Living Color.
I really do.
All right, let's see what else we got.
And I don't even like CM Punk.
Oh, this ain't even the right one. I'm not going to disrespect.
Do me a favor. Call me. Just call me. That's all you're going to do.
All right.
Who's up next?
Ladies and gentlemen, from Cameron, North Carolina, Jeff Hardy! So give me my shirt back, bitch.
Oh, he starts it off.
Oh, hold on. What is this? Ladies and gentlemen, from Cameron, North Carolina, Matt Hardy! Oh my God, it's Matt Hardy! We haven't seen Matt Hardy in months! I go back and forth from like JR to Michael Cole to
That man has a family.
the King.
Oh!
Let's see here. There's more.
Did you prep all these songs?
No, I didn't. I meant one playlist.
Because I'm gonna say I'm very impressed that you did your homework like this. I could just say his song.
Oh snap!
619.
Next, from San Diego, California, he is the greatest luchador of all time, Rey Mysterio! Holy smokes, what an impressive entrance from Rey Mysterio there.
As always, Gio. We got a house full tonight.
Oh, it's not over yet. It's not over yet.
And we got more. There's Triple H on the ground already. Damn it, Hunter, get your shit together. And that little flying knee.
Uh-oh.
Oh, who we got next? It's the Big Show.
And next, weighing in at over 500 pounds, he is the world's largest athlete, the Big Show!
He's a very, even his action figure is big.
Yeah, he's actually taller than the rest of them, except for Jeff Hardy. See, Jeff Hardy was a TNA action figure, actually, when I bought it. It was online, so it wasn't WWE. All right.
He's a big guy. He makes his way to the ring kind of slow. That's why his music's still on. He really... I remember back in the day when he had long hair.
Oh, yeah, he was Paul White when he debuted. He broke through the ring in a cage match with
who was it? I remember that
Stone
match.
Cold
Yeah.
versus Vince McMahon, I believe.
And then he came out to help Vince because he was Vince's like dog at the time.
Yep.
And Stone Cold still ended up winning. Good shit.
Oh. This was actually done by Shadows Fall. Was one of my favorite theme songs.
To the one, the only, Rod.
Wait!
Okay.
And next, from Battle Creek, Michigan, the one, the only, Rob Van Dam! Oh my God, it's Rob Van Dam!
I can't believe he was medically cleared to be here today.
He had the best kicks back in the day, and his rope work was amazing.
Oh yeah, bouncing like all the springboards.
Oh yeah, because that was the first of he was the first of the kind back to doing that stuff back in the day. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you're not the first.
Not the
first, first to perfect it, and basically evolve it to what we have today.
Yeah, I completely. Did you see how high he was when he came on the Raw reunion show the other day?
Oh yeah,
2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
he was higher.
He made his own meme. It was like, when you're so high, you show up on Raw instead of Impact.
We got a couple more.
What's this? Oh, from Quebec, Canada, Sami Zayn.
That's Scott and son of a bitch. He used to be a luchador, if I'm wrong, right?
He was El Generico.
He had a luchador phase.
Yeah, he was El Generico.
Apparently, CM Punk's not done with The Rock yet. He's over here trying to beat up The Rock.
What is this?
One of the greatest.
Oh my God,
ladies and gentlemen!
I gotta go with the Howard Finkel voice now.
You gotta go deep. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Hall of Famer, Jake the Snake Roberts. Where's the snake?
Fun fact, Damien did come with the action figure. He's nowhere to be found now.
So I was listening to I was listening to a podcast the other day. I think it was the Busted Open, the serious one with Bully Ray and whatever his name is. And saying he was interviewing someone, and Jake the Snake's his ritual before he went into the ring was smoking a cigarette, like one drag, and then flicking it, and then walking to the ring. That's what Jake the Snake did before he came out.
Nice. Such a badass. Next, our last participant of the Royal Rumble. From hell, this is Kane without a mask because my son lost his mask.
You gotta get in the middle of the ring.
And he goes, wait. Let's do this thing right. Ready?
No. Yes.
Whatever. They get the idea.
There's flames.
There's flames. There's fire. All right. So, who do we got here? Let's do a count.
We got some wrestlers.
Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I already counted that one. So 16.
I'll tell you who's not in it.
Sheamus has been eliminated by Kane.
Oh my God. He got tied up on the ropes.
Oh, Sheamus. Both feet did not touch the floor, ladies and gentlemen. He is not eliminated.
He's still in it.
He's still in it. All right. Bray Wyatt throwing the Hall of Famer out just like he's been doing lately, squashing the Hall of Famers with his Fiend persona. That's actually the hottest thing in wrestling right now.
Oh, dude, the Fiend.
WWE.
Yeah,
I should say.
Yeah, we're getting a little more about wrestling.
Oh, what's this? Sami Zayn bouncing off the top rope, taking out the Big Show and himself. Oh my Lord!
So
Jeff Hardy
got thrown out by Matt because you can't trust anybody in a Rumble. You can't trust anybody in a Rumble.
I don't know if I can do this podcast anymore, man.
You still got Rod Van Dam.
My top guy, dude. Sting's at Silas's grandma's house in Payson. So,
well, Brock Lesnar is taking Triple H to Suplex City.
You know what? And he just got an RKO out of nowhere, and
but he's still in it
because
time for an RKO.
You already did that.
That's your first mistake.
No, you made that mistake. All right.
CM Punk's getting a rock bottom. CM Punk, rock bottom.
Oh my God,
bottom.
John Cena just threw.
Oh, now you're just being
threw Brad's character out of the ring. Oh, Oh no!
Now you're just being rude.
Now?
Fuck you, John Cena. Get out of here with your bro kick.
Oh, Sheamus just can't get the job done. John Cena reverses, throws his great white ass out of the ring.
What's Matt Hardy doing?
Matt Hardy's
He's just jumping out. He just jumped out.
Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's got the whole ring. Brock Lesnar throwing RVD at CM Punk.
He knocks him out of the ring.
CM Punk is out. What's this? A double RKO! Oh my freaking gosh! Oh my freaking gosh! RVD with a swanton leads to eliminations. Oh no! Kane, RVD, and Lesnar has been eliminated. It is now down to the final three, ladies and gentlemen. That is Randy Orton, John Cena, and Rey Mysterio. What's this? John Cena slipping him up, putting RKO up on the ropes. Oh, Randy Orton just got a 619 by Rey Mysterio.
Which pulls him up.
That does not eliminate him from the match, though.
Which pulls him up to one of these, and then one of those.
Oh, an attitude adjustment out of the ring. RKO is done. We are down to Cena versus Mysterio. What is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen? We are seeing a repeat of the past. Oh, no! No, John Cena's out. John Cena is out. Now three-time Royal Rumble winner, Rey Mysterio, wins the whole thing. Oh, my freaking God. Holy shit.
You know what? That was a better Royal Rumble that the WWE could even put on.
And it was what, like 2 minutes?
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 Noting Out Royal Rumble winner, Rey Mysterio. What's up? Oh my God, RKO! RKO! Oh my God! RKO out of nowhere!
All right, so that's the wrestling match that we put on for you lovely peeps today.
In all honesty, you know Roman Reigns would have won that if I had him.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have even wanted him to.
So let's get back into some questions.
All right. Get back into man mode.
When the flip is AEW going to put out some action figures? I would love a Cody Rhodes or a Kenny Omega.
You know, it's a good question. Why don't you ask them?
If Kenny Omega or Cody Rhodes or any of you Young Bucks or AEW peeps watching make some action figures, my buddy will buy them and collect them.
I'll buy every single one of them.
Oh, also if you're watching, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and leave a comment.
Come on,
guys.
I
enjoy to hear from you guys.
The Roadie is stepping out and doing his own damn podcast. You guys need to help support him. All right, this is good stuff. Can you not tell? We got Triple H wearing Jeff Hardy's shirt. What?
How do you?
Robert Smith says Gio owes me money.
Nice.
I was actually watching something. I think it was the new All Elite, the Be Elite, and they were talking about
being the elite,
and they were talking about when you guys get a video game, and he was like, "We're getting one," and that's all he said.
Yeah, you're paraphrasing.
Yeah,
he did say something along the lines of that. Oh yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
I feel like they're gonna. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna do like a retro style game.
I see. That's what I was thinking too. Like old school, like wrestling on like the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, with like the 2D graphics.
Which
or whatever, like,
wouldn't be bad because I'm a big retro gamer myself. But at the same time, like I love a good graphic game. I love a good especially when it comes to wrestling. I want to be able to see the ring fool around. Just like not 2D.
Kind of gives me a question to ask you. Like
not yet.
I was actually the other day.
You get 4 of those at the end of the show. So hold on to it.
Well, we're on the subject.
Okay, we're on the subject.
Do you think that the WWE games send out a update on their game right before the next game gets released that kind of back the graphics and the gameplay a little bit, because I've been noticing a lot of glitches and the graphics don't look as good to me as the day I bought the game and first played it.
So there's like rumors on games like that do stuff like that, and what they do is they'll do an update patch, which will take your frame rate down and your graphics down and make it where it doesn't look as good. So when they play the previews for the upcoming game,
it looks a lot better.
Boom! Yeah. My God, those graphics though.
See,
but
I knew it.
At the same, like that's all he say she say.
But you gotta believe it, man. Because
do you believe when people just randomly tell you things?
No, not everything. But I believe that this could possibly be with some games.
It's plausible.
Why not?
I will give it.
It's
plausible.
It makes your shiny new game look way better than the game that you already have from last year. You're spending, if you buy the deluxe editions like I do every year, then you're spending like $100 on the
Don't
game
be ashamed.
every
Stop.
year.
Don't you ever be ashamed to buy the deluxe edition of anything.
Every single year?
Bro, you know how much money I put out every single year buying deluxe editions on half these games that I don't even play for half a year?
Well, I guess you're right, because I still play 2K19.
Exactly. And what did you get out of that?
Right,
what did you get out of the deluxe edition of 19?
Well, woo! Let me tell you, I got the Ric Flair Woo edition, and I got myself a little. My favorite prized possession from the whole thing is I got a little plaque that has a piece of Ric Flair's robe.
It's part of his wardrobe.
Yeah, a piece of his robe
from his wardrobe.
I can't remember which match exactly, but it's from one of his championship matches, world championship matches. It's a pink robe he was wearing. I got a collector's edition replica Hall of Fame Ric Flair ring.
Nice.
Like a finger ring, not this kind of ring. And
like a ring.
Yeah, and I got a Funko Pop. Is that what they're called? Funko Pop? Funko Pump. Funko Pump.
Like a bobblehead almost?
Yeah. Funko Pop. Ric Flair. It's like his 70s character with the not 70s,
like the long hair that's all flared out.
His suit, and he's got his championship on his shoulder and his sunglasses on, styling and profiling like always. Yeah. And then there's like some bonus content that you get for the game and like a accelerator.
That's why when you asked me the other day, you're like, I don't know if I'm going to buy the deluxe edition of 2K20. I'm like, you're like, I bought all the other ones deluxe edition. Like, why won't you buy 2K20? Oh man, why won't you buy it?
Look that good to me. I mean,
but you get
an autographed plaque from either. You don't get to choose, but it's either Kurt Angle, Edge, or Rey Mysterio. And
either
which
one
I wouldn't
of those,
mind having either
exactly.
One of those.
And then you also get all of the DLC.
Yeah, which is amazing because they're actually going to feature the Fiend.
Yeah,
in one of the DLCs, and if anybody that's been buying the WWE games or following the WWE games, it's almost impossible for them to have a character that soon that wasn't in like WrestleMania. So like WrestleMania 35 is like the cutoff date for 2K games.
Yeah,
like basically like when Ambrose came back with a whole new attitude, a little bit more jacked with a haircut.
He wasn't in 2K19
as that. He was just his old character.
And he's not going to be in 2K20 either.
Yeah, no, say goodbye to that. But like everybody was going, oh, there's no way that the Fiend Bray Wyatt is going to be in 2K19. Like it's way too late. And boom, he's like the first announced DLC package that you can buy, and I thought that was really cool. So that alone might sell me on the deluxe edition of the game. Well, just one wrestler.
Well, also they have the what's it called? Where they're like zombies or like mythical creatures or
it's the WWE 2K Originals.
Yeah,
this one is the Bump in the Night pack,
which is like
you get
scary items. And
you get like the Fiend. You get it's like a kind of like a steampunk clock cyborg Braun Strowman, or no,
that'd be dope actually.
Who is the cyborg? I don't know. You get a Frankenstein Braun Strowman.
The monster
like a swamp creature, Bray Wyatt,
he's
stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's looks pretty.
It's
cool.
going to be worth it.
Yeah.
So carrying on with the whole, 2K20, are we ever going to get GHT? For lack of better terms, we'll find a better name for it.
Why don't you inform these people on what GHT is?
So those who've watched prior episode of this show, Meatbag and myself got into a little bit of the GHT talk last time. And what GHT is a Gio's House Tournament Wrestling, where a group of us got together for like two and a half years straight, give or take, and we'd wrestle for belts and whatever else
on the
video
game.
On PS4. And
on the 2K games.
After G-Bag and his wife moved down here, so we stopped GHT.
Well, it was located in Payson. We moved down from Payson to Phoenix.
So we just cut it out. We put it to an end. But the majority of us are down here.
Yeah.
There's 7 or 8 of us.
Well, and then there's just new faces that are down to
try
it out too, and that could always be fun. I think this idea that you have about regenerating GHT is a really good one.
We don't even have to call it GHT. We can come up with a completely brand new
that's what I was thinking, is coming up with a cool name for it and actually making like a YouTube series out of it, and one where you get to see us competing and the gameplay itself.
VHT, Valley House Tournament.
I don't know. I kind of liked VGW, which is video game wrestling.
See, that's pretty dope too.
VG dub.
I like that.
You know?
I like that.
It's got a good ring to it.
Yes, it does. And we could always, air them here on Nerding Out.
Yeah, we can always do it right here in Cosmic Soup Recording too. I know Jeremy won't mind.
He loves staying busy. Ain't that right, buddy?
He loves doing stuff with his hands.
So we're getting to that point of the episode where we like to say goodbye. As in, my time's running out and we got to go. But I give my guests 4 questions to ask me.
I get 3.
Well, I'll give you 4 because the other one was part of the conversation we were having.
All right.
So you get 4.
Okay.
You get 4 questions to ask me. Let's hear it.
All right. So the first question is going to be, what are you going to do now that you've had the entire cast of the Gio and Meatbag Show on all of your episodes? What's your future plans here for your podcast?
So the reason why I had you guys were my first episodes, just for me to get a feel in it, to talk to someone, talk to people that I talk to every day, and get a feel for it. I actually have people wanting to be on this show, unlike your show, the Gio and Meatbag Hour. The Gio and Meatbag Show. I apologize.
I brought those with me.
Goddamn horns. People actually want to be on my show. I've had numerous people, just for those who watch Justin Waldrop wants to be on.
Nice.
My buddy Cameron wants to be on.
Mr.
Hoon. I can't wait because him and I are going to get down in some DBZ stuff.
I still think that you should do seasons, and for your season finale, you should like challenge somebody to a video game here, or like what were we talking about earlier? Like
we were talking about a lot of things.
Like a trivia. Put like animes on and be like, all right, like whoever.
We could do that.
Guesses this or whatever,
That doesn't sound like a bad idea at all, brother. All right, but no. To answer your question is, I have people that want to come on. I just got you guys on here for test dummies. Yeah. You guys are my test dummies.
So you plan on just continuing to do your podcast?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Every week. I'm trying to do every Thursday.
Which means you guys should like, share, and subscribe.
If you hit that subscribe, when I do go on Thursdays, it will let you know. It'll say, hey, Nerding Out's coming on. Sit down and watch it.
Leave a comment. This guy will shout you out.
Oh, for real. I love comments. I read them when I get them. Second question. Nice.
How many PBRs does it take to get Gio?
1 16-ounce can.
I'm going to go ahead and ask, Who's your favorite wrestler next to The Rock?
My favorite wrestler next to The Rock would have to be my man, the GOAT, Chris Jericho.
That one was too easy.
It was a very simple one.
Yeah.
Next question.
Okay. Have you ever owned any wrestling action figures? And if so,
that's a stupid question. I have one right in front of my face.
I mean, as a child.
As a child, okay.
That you don't have anymore.
Okay.
And if so, who were they? If just to name a few, if there was only
if
there's more. Than
no. I actually have a fun story to tell about this. That's I have it's fun. Growing up as a child, I used to be really like my younger days. I was a huge wrestling fan.
Because we have Roadie here. He's a former child.
Yeah, I was once a child, once upon a time ago. Well, I used to have a bunch of wrestling. Like I had Triple H, I had Undertaker, The Rock, Stone Cold. I did have a Goldberg for a while.
Ooh,
yeah,
damn,
yeah. Well, I never had the ring, but so eventually, like I got older, and I got into Dragon Ball Z. So like I started getting Dragon Ball Z action figures. Well, I would make the Dragon Ball Z action figures go up against my wrestling action figures.
Oh,
and they would have blowout matches.
Oh yeah,
like Rock
I mean, you always
Goku
think
and stuff.
You always think that the Dragon Ball Z guys are gonna win, but then you pull out the Rock, and it's like, oh,
you can't.
All bets are off.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Goku.
But yeah, no, like I did. I used to have the action figures, but I used to make them all just like wrestle and fight. It was fun.
Oh yeah. That reminds me, you said you didn't have the ring. At one point when I was a child, I didn't have the ring. And do you remember and get those like cases of soda and like the cardboard box was like maybe that tall?
Oh, or they were long ones. They used to be fat.
They flipped it upside down, stuck 4 pencils in it and put some yarn.
You made your own ring.
The pencils. Yeah. Made my own damn wrestling ring with, the action figers.
MacGyver of a 6-year-old.
Oh, dude, there was no stopping me at that point.
He wanted to wrestle.
Look
at this. There's no strings here. These aren't pencils.
Authentic. We have diamond plate. What do you call that? The canvas? Diamond plate canvas there.
He got R2'd.
Oh, yeah. All right, so number 4.
Last and final question. Better make it a good one. Dead air.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
That's all I got.
I
got nothing.
Not another question. Not another question.
All right.
What is your favorite Squared song or Alex Squared song?
Okay, there you go.
You're gonna
be the roadie
Yeah.
for a second. What is your favorite song from the band that I perform in?
Part 2.
Come on.
Because you do not sing in it.
Yeah.
He goes, whoa. Woes don't count as singing.
As the roadie, I'm kind of disappointed in you. Part 2 is like all me.
Part 2 is, it might be.
The acapella.
Yeah.
Acapella Gio.
Thanks for knowing our content there.
I show up to shows and I kind of help.
Yeah.
That explains it.
Yeah, he helps all the other bands load their shit. Hey, bro, I'm there, roadie. Do you need me out?
Okay, so because I hate you and you collect action figures, I'm gonna give you my Chris Jericho action figure.
Oh man,
Keep it safe.
Nah, dude, you can't.
Look at the back. It has the list of Jericho on it.
I know this. I am well aware of this.
Just take it.
He's got the scarf.
And the mic. And dude, he has everything.
This is actually the version of Chris Jericho that our friend Damian Drake performed as at Double or Nothing. He was when Jericho did his Evolution.
The list of Jericho?
Yeah.
And it comes with the Fosse CD.
It comes with a free Fozzy download. From Bandcamp.
It just sits there, so.
Wow. Well, you know what?
It'll be more use at your house.
I can't thank you enough.
No, thank you for coming on my show.
If I will come on anything you ask me to, and
You will.
if you want, we can co-own this for the rest of our lives.
Let's co-own it.
All
right.
Be co-owners of
It's
it.
too sweet over it.
Plug yourself on everything you want to be plugged in.
All right, you guys, make sure you go follow Nerding Out on all of your social media ends. Check out the YouTube series. Thank you so much for having me on. I play in a band called Squared. At Squared Punk. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Spotify as Alex Squared. That's our former name. We have new stuff coming out. You can look forward to, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, basically all the social medias. Check us out. We really appreciate all the love and support. And Roadie has been one of our biggest supporters for a long time now. So thank you.
3 years, 2 or 3 years.
For giving me the platform here to do this on. Also, go and follow Roadie and myself and Jeremy back there right here at Cosmic Soup Recording on the Gio and Meatbag Show. That's our podcast that we do every Sunday. We try to get a YouTube version out on Sunday and a podcast version out on Monday morning for everybody. So thanks for checking that out. And yeah, like I said, like, share, subscribe. Thanks. Thank you so much.
I'm just going to get into some wrestling while you do that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we're going to bid you adieu. Oh, you got the beer can set up?
I try.
Here, wedge it in there.
I tried to do a Hurricanrana, but you just messed me up.
There you go. Boom. Look at that.
Oh,
Hurricanrana into the beer can.
He's like, oh, I'm going to do something powerbomb. He's like, no, you're not.
Oh, but what's this? Triple H spear into the beer can. Oh, no. What?
John Cena hits him with the night A right on the beer can.
The F you. Oh, no.
All right, guys, that's it. Have a good night. This is Nerding Out. My name is Roadie, and this is Gio. Peace.